You know, I wasn't going to do a video about this, but I just saw this episode and I was just like, you know what? I gotta talk about that. If you don't know, the Simpsons Family Guy crossover episode just happened. It just got done wrapping up. It was awesome. I had to jump right on my camera and talk about this because this was like the best Simpsons Family Guy episode I like ever seen. And you just ever wonder to yourself, like, what would happen if these two cartoon families ever just came together to make 1 hour long explosive episode extravaganza? You know, and they did, and it was awesome. It was like culture shock a little bit because it was just like they're so different. They're the same, but they're so different. Their worlds are so different. I just never thought it would ever happen, but it did happen. 2014, the first ever Simpsons crossover, Family Guy crossover. It happened, and it was nuts. Go to preview that crossovers are always happening. There's always happening. With that being said, why can't we have a Marvel versus DC crossover? Marvel DC. Hug it out. I know it's never going to happen on the big screen. I know it's never going to happen, but let me just say, I would love to see the Hulk and Superman fight it out. If that happened, $2 billion worldwide. I'm just saying. But back to the video. Let's talk about the Simpsons Family Guy crossover. Let's talk about it because it was crazy. It's going to be full of spoilers. So if you don't want the episode spoiled for you, check it out on Fox.com or go check it out on demand. You got that. Yeah, if you don't want it ruined for you. But for everybody who saw the episode, let's talk about it. The episode starts off pretty much with Peter. He made this cartoon and it's funny and everything and everybody likes it. All of a sudden, it's offensive to women and shit like that. So they get run out of town. Their car ends up getting stolen and what luck would have it, Brian's like, where are we at? Well, wait a minute. There's a sign right there. They look at the sign and then you hear the theme song just played and you just hear it. It's like, yep, yeah, they are in Springfield. They have crossed the threshold into the world that is the Simpsons. And this is the world that is the Simpsons. Everyone's still yellow. It's culture shock. They're just like, you don't belong in this world. It's against the rules of reality. But it just worked. There's a point when they get in there, Peter's all like, yeah, let's stay away from these people. They look like they got hepatitis. And I was just like, okay. They noticed that these guys are yellow and they're not yellow. It's just, you know, so they get to the Quickie Mart and everything. And gag right there. It's just, oh man, you see it. First time ever it happens. Homer Simpson gets on screen and it's just like, Peter Griffin, Homer, gosh. I haven't had a moment like that since I saw all the Avengers gathered together in 2012. That was like, they're all together in one movie and it's making my head spin. I live to see it. Now, you can't have a lot of good with some bad to counterbalance the episode. But there were some weak parts in the episode, I will say. So, I'm going to say the weakest part was between Lisa and Meg. You know, they didn't really touch on them too much. They had a gag here and there because, you know, Meg's a failure and everything. Until she found out that she could play the saxophone really good. And, of course, that made Lisa jealous. We all know Lisa's a little jealous of everything. And then poor Lisa, still jealous after all these years. Didn't really touch on Marge and Lois split, what they did too much in the episode too much. They were kind of just there for, like, just there to be there. Let's talk about the good part. Before I get to the good part, let's talk about Bart Simpson and Stewie together, because oh shit, Stewie was so them two together. I will love to see them get their own episode together. It was nuts. I think my favorite part between those two, there was a point where Stewie ends up kidnapping Bart's enemies and everything, and he has him in this little basement in this little torture area and everything, and it spins all around. You see a chainsaw and some dental stuff, and then all of a sudden you see this picture of this cloud. Stewie comes in, he's all like, I'm like, oh, you like the picture of the clown? That's just to symbolize that I'm really insane. Stewie, I love Stewie. This is why I love Stewie. He's an important episode where Bart's like, I can't hang with you no more, Stewie, because you're insane. You're really insane. Stewie and Bart Simpson, want to see them have another episode together. We gotta have that. That was great. Stars of this episode is Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin. Them two hit it off. They have like the best. They're like the stars of the episode. So I can't touch on every great thing they did in this episode. It was all great because they're just going back and forth with each other. They're just referencing each other's episodes. And there's even other characters from Fox that are in this episode too. Like guy from Bob's Burger, he's in it. Yeah, the little alien from American Dad's in it. It was just a Fox crossover all-star episode pretty much. It's even a point when the Griffins take the Simpsons to court and everything, and then everyone's in the courtroom. You just have all the characters together, just all of them, all the Quahog residents, all the Springfield residents, just all together. It's just like, oh man, that was great. Right? And the judge, guys, Fred Flintstone. Seth MacFarlane. The only person I was missing from the episode was Ted. If Ted was in there, let me tell you, I don't want to talk about it. If Ted was in there, I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to lose it. Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin. That fight was so entertaining. That fight, I could best describe it as Injustice meets Man of Steel meets Mortal Kombat. Fight between those two is just outrageously over the top, crazy. It's a fight that it was like a death battle pretty much. If you want to know whoever won between Homer and Peter, you have it in this episode, but we all know it's gonna end. We all knew. The first ever Simpsons Family Guy crossover episode, it was badass. I loved it. I loved Peter and Homer's chemistry together. They were awesome. I loved Bart and Stewie together. They were badass. Finally, 2014, we finally have a Simpsons Family Guy crossover. I never thought it would happen, but we finally have it. I don't really give ratings to TV shows. I really don't. But if I just had to, I gotta say that the Simpsons Family Guy episode was smash-tacular. I got smash-tacular from the Fox. That's what they called it during this little block hour long. I was like, oh, smash-tacular. I'll call it that. Now, to the Simpsons Family Guy episode, did you see it? What did you think about it? Talk about it. Let's talk about this episode together. Let me talk about it like the next couple of days, because I'm missing the string, because it is, but I'm going to watch the string tomorrow, but it was awesome. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you just talk about it? Whatever you think, comment below. Let me know. Now, and you like to see here and you want to see more, please click right here to see more. Bang!
This or that, this or